was freak. Oh no, we're not on yet. Hang on, it's lag. Are we on? Good. Sorry about that. I think it was slightly premature then. Was that premature ejaculation? Is that what you call it? Good evening.
No, that's premature introfication.
Introfication, yeah. So anyway, welcome to the
Sorry, guys. I forgot to press the button. But we're okay now. Go.
What a fuck up that is. Good evening and welcome to the Opera's Disgusting After Show. I can relax now because I'm over to beer. And what a show we had. Thank you everybody for coming to the show beforehand. It was absolutely brilliant. We had record numbers. So now we're just here. We're going to have a little chat about it and see what's what and have a little talk a bit about shit and all the rest of it. Why not? So yeah, who's here? Who we got?
I'm here. I'm here.
We tried to mute Dick Dawson earlier on, but he got the gag out of his mouth and he ended up talking in the end on the show. So what did you think, Dick? Anyway,
Oi, Matt.
What?
You're getting ahead of yourself.
What?
Mipet. Would you like to do a round table?
Oh, Mipet.
I would like to do a round table.
Okay.
Yeah. Shut the hell up, Matt. Jesus Christ.
I didn't know what was going on.
Slap.
Slap me.
He's been talking all fucking night. He doesn't know when to shut up.
Oh no, you could do the intro. He says you can do it. No, it's all right. You can do it. No, you don't. I don't want to do it now. Fuck you.
Okay, you're shutting up now.
Yeah,
okay, I would like to take us around the table. Shut the fuck up.
Would you like to buy an argument?
15-minute or 5-minute?
Well, it's a 5-finger smash you in the face one. Come on. Okay. Well, I'd like to go around the table this evening because Amy's feeding the monster. I'm going to start with Gary, IOW, Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
Gary,
hey,
how are you this evening?
Well, apart from the tech issues we had this evening, I'm okay. So that was a bloody good show. We broke some records. So, I mean, get in. That was fucking awesome. Really, really good.
Absolutely it was. So are you all feeling loose and ready to go? Have you had wine, I'm saying? That's all. All right. We'll get back to you in a minute.
I'm on the homebrew.
Oh, God. God help us all. And now we're going to go to... All right, we'll go to you next, Matt. What are you up to? I know you've just drunk some beer, so are you happy now?
I haven't started yet. I literally just cracked it open.
Well, take a swig and tell me how you're doing.
Right, hang on, Kate. Right, cheers. Oh, I'm doing awesome. That was an excellent show. Thank you very much. I'll shut up now.
Good. And then now we're going to go to Dick Dawson, whom I know has just slipped over to the shop and grabbed a beer. So how are you doing? Have you had a sip yet, Dick?
I have. I think I downed half a can as fast as I could say motherfucker. But that there was so many new subscribers tonight and a bunch of new members as well. A bunch of new people super chatting and whatnot. We had just one of the most unbelievable evenings. I am still blown away. I've got like a tooth I'm taking some meds for and whatnot because it needs rectifying, and I shouldn't even be having a beer, and I didn't the whole show. But it was so goddamn good that I had to go get a couple of tall cans just so I could enjoy the moment too. It was awesome. Starsky is a fucking hero to the people. What a guy.
Dick's in his pajamas, folks.
Well, he went to the but he got dressed to go to the shop, and now he's just jumped back into his pajamas.
He's right. Dressing gown on.
No. When he says pajamas, it's just a pajama top, and he's naked from the waist down, and that's a horrible.
I think he's possibly wearing Speedos.
Oh God, we call them budgie smugglers over here. Anyway, shut up, you lot. I'm going to go to our producer of the evening, DKG, my darling. How are you tonight? Or this morning for you?
Yeah, this early. Well, it's not as yeah. Let me reboot. Donk. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. What did you think of tonight? I know you were listening to a bit.
Yeah, it was great. I was just sitting in the background. There was no point in joining the panel because You know, it was a very, very small, it's like, what do you say, operation, as it were. You know, it was good.
Yeah, hard work. It
was tight. It was tight. Well, no, I think it was better that way than just having a whole bunch of people just rambling. Questions to Operator Starsky. You know,
DK, there was more panel. There was more people working in the green room than there was live on the show. It took a lot in the background to do it.
Oh yeah, I could see that happening. I could see it happening. But no, it was a good show, and nicely done, and great. What can I say? Let's bring him back.
Absolutely.
The Shills did a stream with Operator Starsky. The show was quite a malarkey. That's as far as that's as far as I got.
But yeah, we should let people know, like, Starsky's a member of the channel now. He will be joining Pub Chat and the Silly Shill Show and whatnot when he has time. Not completely regularly, because I mean, you know, he is kind of a man in uniform and he's a little bit busy right now.
He's kind of busy, yeah.
He's got some ruskies to shoot.
However, before after we stopped going live, we were talking to him afterwards, and we got a commitment. He's definitely going to be back with us next Thursday. So tune in again.
Well, make sure he did say Friday. So
I'll. He meant because it's midnight, isn't it? So it's
yes, that's what happened. Yeah.
So no, he knows.
He just pulled a Mipet. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Great to have him on. Great to have him on the Pub Chat, I think.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting in Friday here, guys. So, and don't ask me for the bloody lotto numbers, because I've got no idea. I don't watch any of that shit on TV.
What's the weather like then? What weather are we going to get?
I tell you what, we had 30 degrees here yesterday. It was bloody fabulous for the middle of winter.
Anyway,
it's not the middle of winter, but you know what I mean. It's been lovely weather, and I love it.
Anyway, Mipet, we don't want to know what the lottery numbers were. We want to know what they're going to be.
Yeah, well,
and also, we've still got.
See, the thing is the Australian lotto numbers do your lotto numbers no good. It's because you have different lotto to us.
But they're different. They're not Arabic.
Well, then what fucking use are you?
Well, I'm useful to me. Now,
we forgot.
Should we acknowledge Gary or just keep going?
Yeah, I was going to say that's what I'm trying to say. What about Gary?
I did Gary first.
Gary who?
All right. You did.
Oh, really?
Gary first. God, you lot, keep up.
I don't remember ignoring him.
Listen to anything.
I just don't remember ignoring him.
I asked him to have a drink and just.
No,
I did ask you, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
No.
Gary.
DK, go for it.
What do you think of the show so far?
Rubbish.
Gary, did I not speak to you first?
You did, Mipet. Yes, you did.
There you go. Okay. Shut your faces, the rest of you. You're all drunk and have no idea.
Hey, I'm not drunk enough yet.
No, I've just started.
Well, you obviously are. There you go.
Well, I'm on my fourth, so loving it.
And we did.
Come on, chat, support me.
We did awesome on Super Chats tonight, and we're doing the big send over to Ukraine as well. And there was also some people that clicked the link direct to support Ukraine through the show and whatnot. And I think we can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that tonight was worth about $600 towards the effort for them. So well done, everybody. Well, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, and thank you. That it's going to go a long way to helping out the Ukraine, and as I said, whatever's left over after YouTube's bloody been arseholes, it goes towards the Shills and help and making our show better for you guys. So that's just as awesome, I think. So you know
what Dick's going to do with all that super chat money.
It goes to making the show better with Dick getting drunk.
Well, no, what he's going to do is buy a mic and send it to Ukraine so they sound better.
Fuck. I was thinking more along the lines of beer and blow.
He's not wrong though, because the part we get to keep is going directly towards a couple of the shills that need a mic upgrade right away. And then after that, there's a couple of the computers that need to be upgraded, and we'll have everybody at an FM level of audio quality pretty soon. I think it's going to be cool.
Oh, and I've bought a stick to stick in my hole so that you can help me, Dick.
What?
Wait. That's the kind of thing I expect Claire to say, Mipet. Wow.
God,
we see, you understand what I mean. No one else needs to. Cool. Yeah, I just want to say the final of the Penguin News went up last night for you guys. Yesterday during the day for you guys. I guess it was halfway through the middle of the night for me. But yeah, the Penguin News went up, and I just want to say the bipolar bear was read by my son-in-law, who's crazy, but hey, you know, he had a deep voice, so what can I say? Which was awesome fun. This week also, the first part of the Shills limericks came out, and it was Dick and Aimee, DK and Mallory. So yeah, that was fun. And beware the rest of the Shills, yours are coming. So it's going to be great fun. So yeah, pop by my channel and give me a sub, and so that you don't miss out on any of the terrible things I say about my fellow Shills. I suppose I'm going to have to write one about myself, aren't I?
Well, yes. No, I was thinking we should do that.
Actually, we should have an interlude in the middle of the Shills show where we all do one for Mipet. You know, one after the other around the table.
Dare I? Oh God, I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to get myself into big trouble, aren't I? I can only imagine.
You love to play with her snippet.
And my ferret. Don't forget my ferret.
That's going to get us TOS'd and kicked. We're not going there.
Oh, God.
Speaking of terms of service, have you been following what's been happening with Jason Doesn't Matter?
Oh, for fuck's sake, that dickhead.
He is such a laugh. He
is hours of entertainment. I've been poking.
Who's going to prison for life? I can't remember who it was now. Somebody's going to
prison.
I think
Mike.
Oh, it's Wodentoad. No, it's Wodentoad.
Oh, Toad's
going to prison for life.
Oh, prison for life. Oh, Christ.
Yeah. It got right out of control. That little schmuck doesn't know the first thing about actually being, what's the word? A human.
Right. Exactly. apparently, according to him, when I was poking him on his channel, because he released one of his videos that he did some months ago, and he's made it public again for some strange reason, whatever. But he did one on speed of the Earth rotation. So I poked him a little bit, and I said I'm going to do a video on this. And I went on about the rotation of the Earth and the true speed and stuff like that, and said, and I'm going to do a video, and it doesn't matter how much you threaten me, you're not going to take it down. So anyway, you had this back and forth and stuff like that. If you do it, I'm going to take legal action against you. And apparently, his version of fair use is him saying that you can't use my video. Apparently, that's fair use. Apparently.
Well, Donna quoted him because he's in Sydney, Australia. Yeah. Donna quoted him the Australian rules on fair use. She even gave him the subclause,
Yeah.
And he was going wrong.
I know. And I did that with the YouTube's version of what fair use is, and they state in there that each country's got its own different laws, but they're more or less saying the same thing. And I quoted him that, and I asked him several times, please point out in your country where the particular place, what particular legislation where it says that I cannot use your video if you tell me that I can't use it. But of course,
it makes no difference, Matt.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
No difference whatsoever, because he signed up to YouTube, and therefore he signed up to their TOS, and that's under US jurisdiction.
I know, that's
so it makes no
fucking
difference.
Yeah, exactly. But he still insisted that he's going to get me into legal trouble and all the rest of it. I said, "Yeah, okay, go ahead."
Is he working with Amber Heard's legal counsel?
Yeah, it's going well, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
I expect he's got Riley as his legal counsel. I mean, like I said to Dick, the
couldn't
guy
afford
couldn't even,
Riley.
He couldn't fucking file his fingernails without injuring himself, let alone file a bloody lawsuit.
And one of the first things he says is, the cops are going to come around and visit. I said, well, good luck with coming over to Ireland to get me then. They've got a long way to go from Australia. Jesus Christ.
He challenged me to a fight as well. If you want to fight, you got one. Well, bring it on, little man.
I know, I saw that. Yeah. You fucking idiot.
Fuckstick.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get Operator Starsky to take him on as a recruit. if he's got so much fight and anger in him, he could
just cannon fodder, DK. Just cannon fodder.
That's what I was just thinking. I was just thinking a human shield, maybe.
Yeah, just give him one of those wooden rifles and tell him to walk down the street.
You know
how far he gets.
Those Russian tanks have got those sort of like that. What do they call it? So those little boxes on the outside of them, just
explosive armor that doesn't explode.
Reactive armor. Yeah.
Maybe you could just strap flat Earth idiots to the outside of tanks in Ukraine.
Well, they're so dense, I doubt any shells will get through. So that might be a good thing.
Oh dear.
Tom Giving, doesn't he?
Oops, sorry about the noise.
It's a bottle bank.
Yeah, how can it clinking in the background there, man?
Clinkety clink clink.
No, I'm sorry about it. I'll mute for a second while I get this sorted out. Hold on. Somebody speak.
Well, I was just going to say, my other news for the week, I finally got my tattoo done. So I've got all my grandkids' names on my back and their birth dates, so I don't forget. Because,
but you
as
can't
you do,
see
you forget
them on your
these
back.
things.
Yeah, how are you going to see
a mirror?
Well, yeah, I do have one mirror in my house. So only one, because I don't need them.
Is the tattoo
That's going to be awkward. Whose birthday is it today? Yeah, that's the thing. Is it been tattooed backwards so that when you look in the mirror you can see whose birthday it is?
No, I do actually remember my grandkids' birthdays and my kids' birthdays, but they're all tattooed there, and my mother's birthday's on there as well.
Besides, I've told you all, she's so old she just pulls the skin round to the front and have a look.
Well, that's right, well, to be fair, I have lost that much weight. I do have a lot of spare skin. So
she's not as old as I am.
At 51 years of age, I'm actually contemplating very soon to have my first tattoo as well. So I've got a few ideas, but I'm not sure yet. Not sure, but it's probably going to involve.
I got my very first one for my 40th birthday. That was my present to myself. Yep.
Oh, nice.
I've got several homemade tattoos on my arm.
Oh, have you? Did it yourself?
Yeah, or a friend did it for me. In fact, one of the first ones I had was
Star
Wars. Yeah, no, the first one I ever did was a friend of mine did it for me while we were watching Star Wars when it first came on TV. So that was.
Oh, don't.
Was that while you're in prison? Most people get their first tattoos in prison, don't they?
Oh, I've never been to prison. Get out of here!
Don't tell me they spelled Star Wars wrong or something. Is that?
No, actually, it's actually Elvis tattooed on my arm.
Okay.
And when people look at it, I say, "What's that?" I say, "I was supposed to say Levi's, but."
Yeah.
So when you said Elvis, I thought you actually meant a picture of Elvis, not just the word.
No, the word Elvis. I tell people it says Levi's. So, and if you look at it sideways, it looks like some kind of weird Arabic. So people say, what's that mean?
So it's basically what you're saying is it's a really bad tattoo.
Yeah, several of them. Yeah, quite
several of them. Well, I think yourself lucky. I mean, like I remember looking at online about bad tattoos and stuff like that. People going to places like Thailand and having a penis tattooed on their arm or somewhere. So I think yourself lucky.
Why?
I like the ones who go and get their names tattooed in Arabic or kanji or something like that, and they come back and gets translated by someone who actually knows the language.
Yeah, completely wrong.
Twat.
Or something like that. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah.
You do know it says cunt, don't you?
But then again, you see these Japanese boy racers, and they have, because they like English words, and they put these English words around their tires on their cars, and they think it looks really great, but it says something like, I don't know, I can't.
Fish and chips.
Well, not even that, but worse than that, like pink cat,
Cauliflower.
Bubble ass or something like that.
Pink cat bubble ass.
But it looks good as English because
I think I went out with her.
Hang on a minute, I think I was married to her. Stop that.
Yeah, she kept her maiden name.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you lot are terrible. Well, have you ever regretted any of the tattoos you've got?
well, it's not really a case in point, is it? They're there. You can't fucking get rid of them. So,
well, you can nowadays. You can get them
you can,
lasered off.
Yeah. Or you can have them transferred into a beautiful flower.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
have a cover up, can't you?
Yeah, cover up.
Cover up.
I'd like to see somebody transfer Elvis into a beautiful flower.
Elvish.
Well, my brother
Elvish.
actually, when he was younger,
Love
I
Lord of
think
the
he
Rings.
lost a bet, and he had a Hawaiian hula woman tattooed on his arm. And when he got married, his wife wasn't impressed with it, so he ended up he's got a full tribal thing on his arm now. And I mean, I think it's ugly as shit, but I can still, because I know it's there, I can still see the hula woman.
Right.
But if you
I'm
didn't
assuming
know
he-
it was there, you wouldn't be able to
I
see
think
it.
some of those Maori tattoos
Hang
are
on.
quite cool.
I'm assuming that she married him after, or met him after he had the hula woman on his arm. I take
Yes.
it. So what the fuck did
Yes.
she married him if she didn't like it so much?
Well, she liked the rest
He
of him.
probably had a bandage on it when he met her.
So,
Can't
thought-
see.
I thought-
Or
I
was
thought
wearing
it
his t-shirt or something.
I thought you were going to say he had an enormous dick or something.
Well, I don't know. He's my brother. I don't bloody
Well,
look
you
at that
know-
sort of shit. Christ.
I know what it. I know
Fucking
what
hell,
it's
I'm
like
not from
in Australia.
Tasmania. They're all our incestuous assholes are down there.
You were never curious?
You must have had a bath.
No,
as a
not from my
child?
brother. No, I wasn't. Thank you.
where's this conversation? Where's this conversation going? For Christ's sake!
Oh, God. Into the gutter just like normal.
Always. Doesn't take long, does it?
Yeah. What
Never.
happened to what happened to those 1,000 viewers now? Eh?
Oh, we got another one. Somebody just turned up. No, they're gone again. No, 3 more have come. We're okay. We're nearly at 50.
Yeah, they're all going around saying, "Do you see this fantastic stream? It's fantastic. Oh, they're live now. Go and have a look." Oh shit, they're just talking bollocks.
Yeah, who the fuck are these twats? What are they on about?
Yeah, it can't possibly be the wrong. It must be the wrong show. Oh,
Wrong channel.
I'll unsubscribe from this one because it can't be the same one. It must be a mistake.
Yeah, but the same things are flashing up on the screen.
Oh,
What
Charlie
did ever
Welch
happen?
says PJC Nuts MC Toon suspension ends tonight. So get in there, folks. Go and poke him.
Oh,
Oh no!
That's
Oh, hey, Aaron.
MC
Aaron's
Toon
just
suspension.
joined us.
no. What's
Yeah.
no? Just because PJ,
Dude.
well, I would say PJ's my nemesis, but I'm his. I will be his ending for.
Oh, can I just read something that is it Anima DAK9 or something? He said, "I'm getting a tattoo of Hello Kitty on my right cheek before I get sent to prison." Brilliant.
We're discussing tattoos, Aaron. Have you
Yeah.
have you got any tattoos that you may regret or
No,
just
none that I
shouldn't have
regret.
got?
Am I coming
Or
in too
covered up.
loud?
No, you're fine.
I'll tell you what. If I was going to prison, I would have tattooed on my butt free herpes.
Did you see that guy that had a tattoo of a woman on his back, and the legs went right down his legs? I mean, can you imagine how awful it must have been in prison for him?
I used to be a body piercer, and I worked at a tattoo parlor. So I've seen God, some of the awfulest shit coming and going. We had somebody that it was a little line art of martini glass, and it was okay at its normal size. It was about maybe 3 centimeters tall. They had us expand that thing, which I say us, we had another tattoo artist do it, but I had to blow it up on the computer and do the printout for it because you transfer it to stencil.
Yeah.
I had to blow that thing up to 15 inches. So he is pushing in 15 inches of pure black in the outline of a martini
I'm
glass.
sorry, what did you just say? Could you say that again, please?
Yeah,
pushing in 15 inches. You have to, with black, you have to... She's just jamming it in. No, they did bang a couple of customers. I was married, so I was a good boy, but they weren't. So they got an extra tip a couple times. That was a hell of a place to work. It's the
Just
only
depends
place
on where the tip went, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 15 inches of pure black. I mean,
Yeah.
This is the one. I'll drop it in the green room, and if somebody can share it to the feed, you can imagine the hell this guy must have gone through prison. With this
don't
on his
ask me
back.
to do technical shit.
Got to do tech shit.
Look, taking your footage and moving it across. Oh God, hang on a minute. Oh,
Is
for
that the
fuck's sake.
actual tattoo on that? Or is that just his...
No, this is a tattoo the guy had done, and then he went to prison. This tattoo on his back.
Oh my God.
Hold on, I gotta jump over and see this shit.
Get on the stream.
down again.
Not too sure I should
What
actually.
are you doing?
Oh, I'm afraid.
Yeah, there's boobs in it. Well, they're not really boobs, they're buttocks, but yeah.
All right then.
Are you just that one. What are you tapping your mic in time to music or something there, Aaron? What is that sound?
It is my mouse. I've got something going on with my gate. I don't know what it is, but my mouse, because you can hear it, it's that.
Yeah.
And it's I keep having, and when I shift it around, I don't know. It may be something with the mouse itself because I keep having to.
Is your mouse alive? Are you trying to knock it out? Like you realize,
I've got a lot of anger towards you guys tonight. I'm taking it out on this poor piece of shit. No, it's. I think I may need to clean it because
made out of a dustbin.
It's made out of just solid fucking lead. I keep having to like yank it back into position. That sounds dirty. I have to shift it and then pick it up back because I like span the mouse
a little bit, make sure it's adjusted properly.
I have to, shove it all the way over and then yank it back.
It
and
gets
wiggle
worse.
it around.
15 inches of black.
You're digging yourself a deeper hole, Aaron.
Oh,
Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, you bet I am. I'm gonna need a fucking deeper hole.
15
Ox has just said, poor Aaron, little does he know that quote will be back to haunt him.
Yep.
Memes are in the works now.
I've said worse shit than that, just most of it's not on recording. That was working
little
at that.
Do you know? Little do you know?
Nothing little about it. I worked at that tattoo parlor. It's the only place I ever got to tell a customer to just straight fuck off to their face. And I mean, in those words, because these two little teenage ditzy girls show up at the last minute and they're wanting to buy jewelry and they've got pierced somewhere else. It was a nose piercing. And when you first do it, you got to wear a certain type of jewelry that has a J hook on the inside. It makes a 90-degree turn so it won't fall out in your sleep. And they're wanting to go with one that's just got a little tiny kind of ball on the end of the stud so it falls out easily. It'll fuck up a new piercing. I'm trying to tell them they're drunk, ignoring me and everything. They came in like literally a minute before close, and I told them, I was like, get the fuck out of the store. What? And I was like, I told you to get the fuck out. of this store, and they left. Well, they called my boss the next day to file a complaint, and he's like, let me go talk to him. And he asked me what happened because I told him a little bit. Told him the full story. He got on the phone. And he was like, yeah, fuck off and don't come in my damn shop again.
I can never get my head around these people that have like nipple piercings or Prince Alberts or labia piercings or clitoris piercings. I mean, that must be excruciatingly painful. I mean, really?
It can be, but I mean, it's a moment of pain for a lifetime of pleasure. So.
I guess so, yeah.
But yeah, they yeah, my damn.
I couldn't do that. A friend of mine has got nipple piercings and Prince Alberts and things, and why? Why would you do that? That must be awful.
To join the dots.
Well,
I used to pierce my ears just to piss my mum off because
I saw one guy.
I have a theory on this.
To piss her off.
I saw one guy had a Prince Albert and nipple piercings and chains going from the Prince Albert to the nipples.
Well, I have a theory on this. The reason why you get some body parts pierced and the tongues pierced as well is so people can get locked into the moment a little bit too, realistically. And, you can't really pull away until you figure out the right move and then boom. So, I think it's all about intimacy in, a certain way, right?
I thought it had something to do with Cavendish.
Tell Blue that.
Well, I had one guy come in for a size up, and he just kept going up because you have to wait so many weeks, depending on the piercing, before you can. Dang, I should probably quit smoking a pack while I'm on stream. But he wanted to size up, and he would come in on the day he was allowed to increase it, and he came in and I sized him up on one, and he got a little too excited. And I don't know if I was his preference or what, but the look on his face when I dropped the new one in, because it was a gauge larger. Yeah, he realized he shouldn't have gotten so excited. It was not a pleasant experience.
Dropped it in where?
In his cock.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I figured you guys would intuit that based on the conversation. Yeah, no, he had one that passed through the bottom of the head and came out. And when you gauge up, you use a taper, which is conically shaped, and doesn't have a sharp angle to it, but you put the smaller end in, you feed it through until the wider end is almost through it, and then you connect the jewelry to the back and then push it through, and it just follows through. With larger gauge jewelry, that's not a perfect fit. And he was excited, so it wasn't as pliant, and boom, yeah.
Well, when you said he was excited.
Yeah, I think he thought I was pretty.
Do you handle lots of men cocks then?
I did back then. I mean, I've moved on from that, but I had my days.
Your curious days.
I'll tell you a story.
We've all done stuff we regret.
Chap I used to know on amateur radio, a guy called Andy. He had a sex change to change into a woman, and so he then got himself a boyfriend, and the boyfriend was a bit of an engineer, and they went out and they bought one of these reciprocal saws, and the guy took the saw blade off and made a fucking great steel dildo on the end of it. And it was a petrol one, so they could take it anywhere, so it wasn't dependent on electricity. Rum, 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 rum. You can imagine, can't you? But he was telling me about all this sex dungeon stuff that he used to get into. And there were these things you could put, like these plugs up your fucking japai that would stop you from ejaculating, I guess. Oh, it's awful. But anyway, I could never get used to calling him. He changed his name to Catherine. And his name was Andy originally. I could never get used to calling him Catherine. He phoned me up, and I said to him one day, I said, look, I'm not going to be able to ever get used to this. Can I just call you Candy instead? Oh, dear. Poor Andy. He was a nice guy. Well, that fucked it up, didn't it?
Oh no, it's not that. I'm trying to do
guy.
3 things, and I'm. Oh, God.
But the petrol-driven reciprocal stool, the big steel dildo on the end of it, that killed me. That did. It probably killed him as well.
There's a name for that device, and I can't remember what it's called. Because I know if you throw it on the end of a drill,
I'm in the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I think it was on Top Secret.
Wade
throw it on
Toad
a
wants to
drill,
know
it's a
how
drill,
many you
though.
had.
Me?
No, how many
Just a-
did he have?
Oh. Like, I don't know. I didn't count the customers. Are we talking about the customer, like how many piercings? Or what? Let's see.
That's a loaded question.
Oh, the piercings, the guy just had the one. And I mean, he was probably a secret serial killer because he had the very guy next door look, the nerdy glasses, very average, wore normal clothing and everything. He wasn't like most of the customers, but he just needed a stainless steel stud through his cock. I guess we all have to have our thing.
Wow.
I have a weird history. And then I ended up here and it got weirder.
Kind of makes me glad not to be a guy.
I don't know. Women
Shills
got
and
enough
things
shit of
got
their
weird.
own to deal with. Yeah. Well, I had a normal period for a while there, and then I fucking followed Charlie in here, and shit went sideways. Dick's like, just came on, kind of chatted, and Dick's like, guess what? You're on the show. I'm like, what? I got shanghaied.
Well,
You
we've
can
got
tell
33
everybody's-
watching now, so it must be a conspiracy.
Oh, God.
Didn't everyone here get shanghaied in one way or the other?
I'm sure I've been shanghaied in my life.
Dick Dawson and his collection of toys.
Yeah, Dick, tell us about your collection. And silence reigns.
Yeah, he's now drinking another can. He's on his second can, and now his meds are kicking in as well.
I had my wiener in my hand in the bathroom. Give me a break.
I've got my
Now, what
wiener
the-
in my hand at the computer. There's no difference.
Yeah, well, no. See, I was trying to make a differentiation between, using the throne and using Pornhub. I was doing the former. You're doing the latter.
The thing is, Dick was.
You should try
while he
both
was-
at the same time. It's amazing.
While he was doing that,
God.
while Dick was doing that, he was still sitting at the computer. Do the math.
Oh, there's always the blumpkin. It's when you're sitting on the toilet doing your thing and a girl goes down on you. That is a thing.
Wow. I have flashbacks of, like early dial-up days on the internet where it was very easy to find yourself into the wrong place.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now, and I don't know what shops they have there, but we have a chain store throughout the U.S. for sporting goods called Dick's Sporting Goods. If you go to shop there online, you make sure you type dicksportinggoods.com and not dicks.com, or you will end up somewhere you probably don't want to be. I made that mistake. Thankfully, I was alone when I made that mistake, because I probably would have scarred my child.
Yeah,
I probably
sure.
already have scarred my child, but not from that. It's from poor fathering.
Yeah. Well, my son's favorite movie is The Blues Brothers, and his second favorite stuff is Monty Python, and his favorite actor of all time is Eric Idle. He's actually got a framed picture of him on his dresser near his bed and whatnot, and so I don't know if that's scarring them or bringing them up right, because that could really go either way, and I'm not sure how that falls.
My eldest is nothing like me. I mean, we watch some of the same stuff here and there, but she's the the full-blown artist, and she's really good at it, but she does like very, I don't know how to describe it. It's artwork in line with what you see online more. It's not traditional artwork, and I'm not going to be like, that's not art, because that's just shitty. But yeah, she's straight A student. I was not, and I'm like, you keep on that path. Don't you turn into your father. The youngest is me. No respect. Says what's on top of her head, does whatever the hell she wants, and is fearless.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though. You know.
Well, the middle child was talking about stuff she'd done. She's like, I did this stuff, and then she's showing us drawings, and then but it brought up some art that she hadn't done. It was stuff she'd been looking at. She goes, well, I didn't do that. And the youngest goes, well, what did you do? And mind you, this is a 4-year-old. I'm like, oh, smart mouthed already. I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch you.
Yeah, Dick will have her on the show soon.
Well, she's got more sense, probably got more sense than some of the idiots we show videos about. Or from.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to say yes, Mipet.
Maybe that too. I asked we let our kids, they develop, I steer them away from bullshit, but as far as religion, I let them explore it. I think you generally go through stages of acceptance, like when they lose their pet and they're young, it helps to believe in heaven. It's a crutch. I'm okay with that. Just let them develop. And the oldest one, she developed into an atheist and everything, and she did it at a young age because I asked her, I was like, what do you think about the idea that there's a big man in the sky that controls everything? And she's like 5, and she looks at me and looks up and looks back at me and goes, that's stupid. I'm like, okay, you got it. Got it a long time before I did.
Yeah, Elon Musk doesn't live in the sky.
Looking for the dick rocket.
Have to rename the after show to Fun with Dick.
Get your dick out.
And his friend balls.
Well, yeah. Every time somebody mentions Elon Musk and I think about that dick rocket, I'm just like, oh God, what is the space station docking port going to look like? And if it goes down and they have to come through the rear entry, what the hell's going to happen on national TV?
I personally think everybody should tweet Elon Musk right now and say, hey, you know, with the recent news, you're taking over Twitter. Do you have any recommendations for a social platform that won't include anti-vax bullshit?
That guy. I don't know, that man's, everybody thinks he's a genius. He is a good businessman, but he's not Nikola fucking Tesla. Like, he has people that work for him.
He's a 12-year-old boy in a man's body, is Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly is. I mean, who else would send a car into space?
I mean, the thing is, you can't knock what he's done. I mean, incredible achievements. But yeah, but yeah, he's not like the he's not. If put it this way, if aliens were going to land, he's not going to be the one you want to represent Earth.
No,
you know what I mean.
I mean, and that's the thing too, is like you kind of set a measure or standard to measure him by. And I'm not the biggest fan of Richard Branson, but he's got a hell of a lot more class than Elon Musk, and they're right there, you know, in that same weight class as far as influence and contributions and everything. You look at them side by side, and it's just like, oh, this is what America makes. Which he's from South Africa, but yeah, he got over here and he lived it through and through.
Yeah, I'd love for Australia to get into the space race. Because, I mean, we've got plenty of room. Well, yeah.
We used to send rockets from the Isle of Wight to you when you launched
You
them.
can't take off upside down. That won't...
No, that's very true. Yeah. How's that happen?
Well, we quite often see the space station and the ISS. Well, that is the space station, but... And, you know, the whatchamacallit, satellites and all that sort of shit go over us. So why can't we shoot a rocket up there while we're looking at them?
You're upside
Theoretically,
down.
if they're upside down, they're on the bottom. They should just be able to pull a pin or something and let the rocket fall into orbit.
Well, there you go.
You know, what the fuck?
Yeah, way less fuel. It just needs to, get off the ground, doesn't it?
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I mean, they're not privatizing NASA, but they're privatizing the space program to the greatest degree. NASA is basically just going to be a coordinator at this point, which is the worst fucking idea. But maybe they'll start some stuff Australia.
Although, to be fair, I mean, we've got plenty of film area, that we could do it. And the flat earthers just never need to know that it is fake. We've got plenty of places to fake it, guys.
Australia's weird. I will say this about it, that they are behind on a lot of stuff, like not backwards or anything, but as far as hitting these peaks you see worldwide, like restaurants and stuff, it took them a little bit to hit that point where people were just getting amazed at them, and there are other things like that. But when they hit it, they do it fucking right. I'll give that to you guys.
Coffee and bloody good orange juice. I'll give them that. And the breakfasts are good. Say that.
I guess Australia is just like, we ain't fucking doing it until we do it right. Sit the fuck down and finish your assignment.
Well, the thing is, we tell you all that everything's going to kill you, so we can keep all the good shit to ourselves. We don't want you fuckers coming down to fuck everything up, do we? So everything's going to kill you guys.
Around here with spiders, I tell my daughters because they get freaked out, but I'm like, unless you're crawling through a dark place, you're not going to encounter poisonous spider, or you stick your hand up in like an alcove or something. As long as you look, you're okay, because all we have are black widows and brown recluses. They do not like light. They hide. Brown recluses, even though their bite's nasty, they are called recluses for a reason. They flee from people. Black widows not as much, but they're only in the dark. But down there, it's like you're walking in broad daylight, and a spider ends up on your boot and decides to chew through it to your foot. It's like, damn, that's determination.
Yeah, we actually have
funnel webs down in Sydney.
Yeah, we have 520 species of spiders. Most of them are venomous, but you don't sort of, like the funnel web, the redback spider, the trapdoor, the mouse eater. There's only a couple that are really bad. Well, 23 out of the top 25 most venomous in the world.
Nasty.
Yeah, and the smaller they are, the worse they are.
Snake. Yeah, I came across a brown snake whilst trekking in the Warren Bungles. Fucking thing was basking in the sun now. I took a bloody wide berth.
Yeah, my mum was unpacking
where?
A bag.
The Warren Bungles.
The Warren Bungles?
Yeah.
Are you sure you weren't reading a children's book?
No, there's the Bungles, the Warren Bungles, there's the Dandenongs, there's the...
You're just making shit up now. Typical Australian.
No.
They're based on Aboriginal names, I'm betting.
Yes.
Yep.
Indigenous Australians, they like to be called, rather than Aboriginals. But
are they? Okay. I did not know that. Apologies.
No, it's all good.
4 or 5 foot long. Horrible thing. Yeah.
Are you talking
about Aborigines now, or the snake? You said 4 foot long, and it was horrible looking.
It was about 4 or 5. Well, 4 foot long, I guess it was. It wasn't an old one, but it was just basking in the sun. So we took a wide berth around it.
With the brown snake, the younger they are, so the smaller they are, the more deadly they are. Believe it or not. So you don't want to come across a nest of babies, because they're way more deadly.
They fully discharge their venom sac.
Yeah.
They turn your blood to jelly. The venom turns your blood to jelly, so you die pretty damn quickly.
No, it doesn't, because I eat a fucking bullet before that happened. I'm not dying slowly.
They're really hard to chew, though. He must have good teeth.
You just catch that primer on your canine.
Yeah, my mother was unpacking a bag of fabric from, it came out of an attic garage thing, and she was unpacking. It was a load of fabric, and a brown snake had been hibernating in there, and it's like, oh shit. So that slithered off into my old bedroom. Luckily, she's got a snake catcher that lives, sort of 3 doors down from her. So she went and knocked on his door and said, "Oh, I've got a snake for you to catch. Sits in the bedroom." So he came up and caught it and disposed of it the way it needed to be.
Beware of the compost dunnies, because you get spiders hiding on it. You don't sit on it; you fucking hover above it, because those bastards will hit you in the eye. They will. Oh yeah, they're nasty bastards. Yeah.
Yeah, just check out the song called "Redback on the Toilet Seat." Slim Dusty.
See, around here you generally want snakes. There's a couple like copperheads and timber rattlers, but timber rattlers you don't deal with too much unless you're in highly rocky territory. They prefer to hide under stone. Copperheads kind of vary, but you want around here. It's a black snake. Some people call it a corn snake. They live in cornfield. But the single best pest control system I've ever seen in my life, as far as like rodents, because we had a wood pile. It got rats in it. We did everything we could. I mean, we disassembled that thing. They fled. We put all the stuff back. They came back. Just constantly with that. It was at the point where my brother was sitting in the bedroom window picking them off. There were so many. I know that's real redneck, but that's where I'm from.
But good shooting though. Rats are good shooting.
Oh yeah. Well, my brother's a crack shot too. He was expert marksman in the army, so he is perfect for that. But
2-2's good enough for that.
We ended up getting a black snake that moved in, and it decided it wanted the wood pile for its home. And it got fat, and the wood pile got empty, and it hid when it saw it or heard us coming. We had zero problem there on out. Well, it turned out it wandered around the neighborhood to feed, and somebody hit it. It was gone, and the damn rats were back within a couple months. So, yeah, there's a lot of people that consider a black snake good luck around here for that very reason. They will keep your property clean of any larger pest. And then you got granddaddy longlegs, which aren't a true spider. They look like them. They're also called daddy longlegs and a couple other names. You get them here. And some people hate them. As long as there's not too many of them, I love them because they eat other pests. Like small insects and stuff. They kill every one of them.
Yeah, I actually have a rule in my house. If it's got 8 legs, it is dead. They can go outside. I don't give a shit. But if they're in my house, I don't care. They're dead. Yeah.
What are those real big spiders, Mipet? The ones that hide behind pictures on the wall. They're harmless, but they're fucking enormous.
Yeah, they're called.
They're called.
They're huntsmans. Yeah, they're called huntsmans.
That's right.
Yeah, my mum usually has one in her house, and she doesn't mind as long as it stays in the top third. If it comes down any lower, I've actually, killing huntsmans. I've drowned them in fly spray. I've also used hair mousse.
Peebo.
Yeah.
Mortine.
Yeah, done that too. But hair mousse works. So does hairspray. So does shaving foam. If I don't have anything, I will just drown it in whatever the hell I've got. Because
there's actually
I just don't like spiders.
There's a telescope array down at Siding Springs, which is near Coonabarabran.
Yeah,
and that's called
in New South. Yep.
Yeah, it's between it's on the way to the Warren Bungles, but a place called Coonabarabran. The Huntsman Array, big telescope array they've got there, and you can access it online and go and use it to spy on the universe. It's very good.
Yeah, my father actually worked in one of the big arrays, and was putting up did this when they were building the actual dishes for the saddle. The big dishes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they actually had a game of soccer in one as it was being built. They'd made the actual dish bit, but hadn't put in the, you know, the antenna-y bit in the middle. So, yeah, they were having a game of soccer in it.
Game of footy in there. Yeah, they're big.
Yeah, just for the hell of it. No, soccer. Footy down here is Australian rules.
Yeah, footy here is football.
Yeah.
We don't call it.
which
We
is
don't call it
soccer.
soccer. We don't call it soccer. We call it football or footy.
Yeah, well, footy over here
Yeah.
is Australian rules. So,
Well,
no.
Oh, it's like playing Stone Age football. There's just no fucking rules.
Well, exactly. Although it has more rules now than before. You know, when I used to go to the footy matches, it was, you know, freaking free for all. Even before the whistle went to start the game, you know, someone would be, you know, shouldering the opponent, and then all of a sudden a fight would break out, and it's like free for all. Then everyone would dive in and just start punching the crap out of each other.
Yeah,
Total entertainment. It was awesome.
We used to play that at school, Stone Age football. It was. I mean, it doesn't matter how many people are on what side. It was just brutal.
Did you ever play British Bulldog, DK? You must remember that.
I remember the name, but I can't remember how you play it.
No, I there was a guy in the middle. You had two sets of guys either end, and there was a guy in the middle. You all had to charge across, and then the guy in the middle had to catch people or something. And there was lots of injuries and blood and grazed knees and all sorts of things. Yeah, British Bulldog.
Oh,
good game.
We've just we just got a super chat from Kooky Nick in New Zealand. New Zealand $5.
You're on the strong
footy.
screen, mate.
Yeah, no, footy over here is rugby union. Yeah, we actually have. I know we have. There's the Bledders like Cup. I think that's union. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to super chat it. Just put it in the chat. Then we have rugby league, which is another different cup, and then we have the Aussie rules, which only Aussies play because we're fucking awesome. Yeah. And then there's soccer, which Aussies do play. You know, we have our own league. Yeah, and we do actually have gridiron. You know, there are some gridiron footy over here, which that is that American bullshit where, you know, everyone pads up and are big fat wusses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you can't call that a game, and it's certainly not football because no one actually uses their feet. You know, it's and they've got bloody helmets on. It's more like a fucking, you know, people jumping off their bikes and then just hitting each other. It's stupid.
Well, to be fair, they're all on some of one chemical or another to enhance themselves, so they snap each other's damn necks on impact. Yeah, no, that.
But when we play rugby, we don't stop the game for adverts.
Yeah, true.
Well, this is America. If you ain't making money, you ain't doing it right.
Oh, there you go. Woden Toads just said they are also thugs who literally get away with murder. Wow.
Who, the football players?
I guess so. Well, I'd say Gridiron because she's in America. So
yeah. I wouldn't.
Gridiron.
Yeah.
It sounds so hard, doesn't it? But
if you get enough
armor
money over here.
And Charlie's saying, I love my English footy. Fuck American sports.
No, I don't.
With you on that, Charlie.
The only sports I like, they do dodgeball and it's not as popular. It got big when they did the movie Dodgeball. They had leagues. Those are fun just because it's a little bit funny, but it's fast paced. But honestly, I prefer Japanese sports. I like sumo, martial arts, Japanese baseball.
Japanese sports. Look up binocular football from Japan. That is hilarious. I have not seen this. They've all got binoculars strapped to their faces, and they're trying to play a game of soccer, as you would call it, but with binoculars.
That's not.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's a gaggle full of assholes on a game show.
It's really funny.
I'm looking. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Japanese baseball has everybody's like thinks that baseball's the American game. It's not anymore. Japan took it and did it right, because they will take a star player, the biggest player on the team, and the guy that's normally banging out to the end of the sorry, I'm tired.
You got to you got to give south of the American border credit there too. There's a lot of Latina communities that have seriously owned baseball for a while.
Yeah.
Cricket.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Cricket.
Well, that is such the fucked up, confusing sport, and it shouldn't be, because it's two guys, a paddle, and some sticks.
Yeah, but all they've got on is a pair of gloves, some knee pads, and a helmet. And this ball comes towards them at upwards of 90 miles an hour, and it's made of wood and leather.
Well, they do wear some very, very special underpants.
They do wear special
underpants. Flying at 90 miles an hour with wood and leather shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's hectic stuff. Yeah, cricket's a great game, really good game. I could watch.
Well, over here, that's now known, that bat's known for just beating people with. We don't use it for a sport.
Gary says I could watch cricket all day, because that's how fucking long it takes. I've seen
no. Yeah,
I've seen
one
game of
one
cricket.
Game can take a week.
I've seen games of Monopoly.
Yeah, which is boring as fuck.
Time.
But then they've got 50-50, which is only 50 overs each, which
20,
lasts for a couple of hours. 2020 is fucking awesome.
Isn't it?
It's it's cool. They just get out there and they smack it around as much as possible, and it is so good.
But you cannot beat the Ashes, Mipet.
Oh God, yes you can.
I figured out how to make cricket more interesting. You got two guys standing at the two ends. Have two fucking bowlers at the same time. Just go for it. Double speed.
Oh God, that'd be awesome. That's awesome, idea. DK. Yes. God, you should we could make a whole new sport.
That would be
idea. Holy shit.
2 wicket keepers, 2 bowlers, 4 umpires.
Yeah. Just go.
And the umpires would lose it, because they'd probably get hit way more. That would be excellent.
That would be brilliant. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. Well, you see, you could do that with baseball as well. Have 2 pitchers back to back, and have instead of having second base, you've got two. Well, you got 2 home bases. Yeah. Or you could have 4 home bases, and just
don't even use a bowler. Just use a launcher.
4 home bases. Doesn't that mean I just had sex with 4 different people? Like what?
No, that's home run. That's a home run.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
I'm thinking of first base.
That's sex with yourself.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's the wrong base. You don't want first base. You want way more. You want home run. But anyway, we digress. That would make an awesome team.
Second base is quite
team
good
sport.
Fun. I have to say, second base is quite good fun.
I used to skip all those. Yeah. Sorry, too much information.
You gotta prep. Somebody will get fucking injured.
True. Preparation is half the fun.
I'm not too sure if we're talking about sport or sex now.
What's the difference?
I thought sex was sport, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's go medals in sex.
Sex is the only sport where when both teams win, everybody wins. If one person scores first, it could be a loss.
Yeah, and if the second person doesn't, then the other person that does is in fucking trouble.
And the showers afterwards and the bath afterwards is great fun. So everyone's a winner.
Although the bath beforehand can be very slippery and enjoyable.
As well. Yeah,
but that can cause logistical issues as well.
As long as the bath's big enough. Spa bath. Now if you're going to a spa pool and you've got all the bubbles and the jets and that can be awesome.
Especially if you position yourself strategically over one of the jets. That is nice, I have to say. Yeah.
Yeah, but you. God. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to go there any further.
Yeah, that's called a B day, Gary.
Oh dear. No, that's for cleaning the old chocolate star, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been in those Japanese toilets again, hasn't he?
I couldn't possibly comment.
Is it Anima DK9? America is bringing in the end of a sport where everyone gets a medal. Yeah, participation. It sort of defeats the opportunity, defeats the purpose sometimes.
Medals of winners.
And I understand it for little kids, so they get the, you've put in the effort to participate and you're all wonderful. For young kids, it is important so that they will keep making the effort. But as you get older, it's like, no, you're out there to win. And you've got to learn to be a gracious loser and a gracious winner, rather than you don't rub the losers' noses in it, because, that's building character, I thought.
Well, and there's a greater lesson to that too, because you can take and it's not necessarily sports, but just in life in general, engaging with other people. It's like, say, a verbal debate. You could lose technically. They could prove you wrong, but if you lose properly, you can make them look like a complete ass. I mean, I learned a long time ago with my humor, because people made fun of me in school that if I went with it, they couldn't fucking hurt me. And then you just throw it back their way and they can't take it. Plus, you get better at it. Like a common insult around here is squirrel dick, trying to say, you've got the dick of a squirrel, but if you're smart, you're just like, yeah, it is the size of a squirrel. What the fuck about it?
As long as it's in proportion, who cares?
Yeah, the last turkey in the shop, eh?
As long as it's not shaped like a Coke can, You gotta have some taper to it.
I'm not going there because I drink Coca-Cola. I'm not going there.
Well, I mean, the drinking might be okay, but the storage of it's the problem. There's not enough Astroglide in the universe.
Crikey. Right.
It's called a chode.
It's going to kill me.
Over here.
It brings a whole new meaning to popping a cherry, doesn't it? If you've got a Coke can. Jesus.
Well, you have cherry cola over there, don't you?
Yep.
We did. We don't get it so much now over here, but we did have it for a while. It was nice. Very nice.
We do. It's more and more popular every day over here. But, yeah. There's a guy that took and he thought he was funny and charming for the stupid ass jokes he made. It was a friend of a friend. Well, it's actually a friend of my wife's friend, and he would say that his dick was only the size of a nail, but he hammered it in hard. And I'm like, you had a better personality.
But it satisfies me. Yeah.
Well, it's if you had a better personality to tell the joke that might come across, but he was a hyper aggressive redneck, so he's like in the middle of a bar. He's like, oh, it's the size of a nail, but I hammer the shit out of it. And it's like, you just scared off every woman in the room.
That's awesome.
Oh, dear.
That's awesome. I'd never seen so many pussies get all dry and hide in the corner with their fur up and their tails standing tall.
Yeah, you basically, the people stepped out of this guy's way and cleared the room, but for completely wrong reasons. There wasn't respect there.
I bet he was great fun at parties.
Oh, God. It was a party till he got there. I mean, I'll say that much.
You wouldn't want to be his wingman.
Jesus, no. Not unless, like, if you could pick up his cast-offs, maybe, but beyond that, the ones who who he thought he was taking home until he got AKA or quote unquote romantic, and then you just snatch both of them out from under him. The only way I could think of it.
Nail, but I hammer it home. Good grief.
There's this one my wife sent to me, and it's perfect. How did it go? It's because it's that one that's not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean thing, and it's that one. It says it's not the size of the boat or the motion of the ocean. It's whether the captain remembers to make sure every passenger gets off before they leave port.
I
Women,
was
children first.
It's the angle of the dangle that counts as well.
Perfect. Better save the women and children first.
About that, women first for fuck sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You wanted to say, I was the captain of the Titanic, and I always go down with my ship.
Slurpy, slurp, slurp.
There's that long. It's a little bit of a long joke, but it's this thing we told it back in high school because it was semi-militaries and JROTC, and God, I can't even remember the entire fucking thing, but the end of it is he's got her on the bed, he's got her naked, he's poured liquor over her, and he's like, my name is Franco, the French aviator, and all of a sudden he pulls out a match, throws it on her, and the liquor lights up, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? She rolls around on the bed, puts herself out. She's like, what the hell was that? And he's like, oh, I am Franco, the French aviator, and when I go down, I only go down in flames.
Ring donuts. That's the way ahead.
Right, on that note, I think it's probably time for us to go.
Oh, God, I've just got to say this one. Liam Wakefield in the chat. Mother Superior walks into the novice dorm and says, candles out, girls. Pop, 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 pop. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the level that our viewers stoop to. And I love it.
We got a good range. We can be intellectual and we can discuss engineering, or we can come in here and talk about sex toys.
I love
Shades
it.
of Gwyneth Paltrow, isn't there? There, the old candles out thing.
Hey, Gwyneth Paltrow, take that candle out of your disgusting fucking stank vag and go and do something with your life. We don't want to light and smell that shit. The fuck is wrong with you?
Well, she's got two versions too. She's got the vagina candle and the don't touch my vagina candle. And I'm like, you don't have to worry about the second one.
You can't light a damp wick anyway. So, Mipet, do you want to take us around the room so everybody can say goodnight?
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with Gary like I did earlier, and no one remembered.
Gary who?
We remembered, and he screwed the pooch.
Is he
Gary,
here?
Isle of Wight. Gary, which part of this crazy thing, I can't even call it a show, did you enjoy the best?
I think probably all of it, because it was just gutter. It always descends into the gutter very rapidly as well. So yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, we're all depraved. We're all depraved, all of us.
It was a nice wind down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, seeing as you joined late, I'd like to come to you. How did you feel about the wind down here? After you did a brilliant job, by the way, with Operator Starsky earlier on. So was it a nice wind down for you? Well, it would have been talking about sex toys, but yeah.
Wind down, work up, one way or the other. Yeah, that's a nice little kind of build down, because I think everybody was feeling the shakes after we got done with that. That was, I knew it was coming because last week, but yeah, it was way amped up because my wife told me before I went in, she was like, have fun. And I was like, I don't know about fun, but it's a hell of a rush. And it was.
Dude, Dude, just wait. Give it a couple of more when you really settle into the format and how it's being done and whatnot. It will actually be fun. There was just a couple of clinks, but fuck, you wait.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's trial by fire. We're learning as we go. We can do all the prep we want, but
Thanks,
exactly.
DK.
But yeah, no, we did a damn good job, and thank you everybody else for the support, because I kicked it where it needed to go, but it wouldn't have got there if you guys weren't feeding it to me. So thank you everybody. Thank you Mipet for the everything in the green room, and Gary for kind of being there. No.
Well, we couldn't have done it without the mods in our chat, because they were doing awesome work as well. So, you know,
unsung ass kickers. Thank you guys.
Yeah, all our mods are bloody awesome. So,
yeah, what a fucking team! Well done.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll come to you, Dick. How did you feel after the rush of the show, and then
I was
bit of a wind down here?
I was fucking blown away. Like, I'm struggling with a bad tooth. I'm on some meds. Like, after talking as much as I have in the after show, I'm going to be sore later. It's not good. But we cracked 1,000 viewers on a live show. What the fuck? What
it
the
was
fuck?
Awesome.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And so we've been talking in the green room because we've had this thing we've wanted to do for a while now. It's a cool talk show. Think like classic Carson, Letterman, you know, and whatnot, but a bit of a round table. I think it's Bill Maher that does it thing mixed in. And we are seriously on it. It's coming out soon. Oh, excuse me. We have another show coming up, some retro tech stuff. I've been in contact with a couple of people in the background, and we might have some pretty fucking cool first guests to help us launch the show too. So watch this space, because we got some serious shit coming up. I'm over the moon.
I'll be into the retro tech, Dick. Fucking right.
Oh, you'll love it.
All right, and last but not least, our producer for the after show, DKG, my darling. How did you enjoy this?
Hello. You know what? The thing I most enjoyed was seeing that super chat. It's like, are you in the wrong place? But no, no, it seemed to be the right place. Yeah, they know what they're doing. So thank you very much for the super chat, and thanks everybody for coming and all that. Yeah, no, it's great. You know, just getting the stream ready to go, and you know, like I said to Dick, you know, so maybe we should just do an after show and you know, keep the momentum going. He says, "Can you sort it out?" Oh fuck! So yeah,
you open your big old mouth.
Yeah, so sort it out in the background, and okay, we did it.
Well, dude. You've almost got this like I do now. Like, I can literally just, you know, it's so comfortable. You're just, you know, you've stepped up for the channel huge lately, man. It's fucking awesome. It's good.
Thank you. So yeah, well, what's going on there? I don't know. What should we do? Yes, I suppose. Thank you, everybody. I suppose for coming. And Dick, do you want to give us a few words to say goodnight for everybody?
Again, let's just have a huge shout out to all the new viewers, members, subscribers, people who super chatted and supported the show through this. And remember, you know, there's more of that kind of content coming up. We're never going to leave the silly. There's always going to be a Friday night pub chat, Saturday night Shills show. Oh, big news. I totally forgot. The Sunday show is getting a complete ground up revamp, and none other than Aimee Hogan will be in complete and utter control of the show, its format, and how it's going to go. So get ready for some seriously cool content coming up on the channel, Aimee style. Right. Oh yeah, it's going to be killer. So I'm over the moon. I don't know what to say, fellow babies, but thank you all so much for today.
Cool.
You guys are the best.
Now, before we say goodnight, can I please say something?
Go on in.
Usually, the last person does hand it over to me, but fuck you. I'd like to say thank you to everyone on the panel, even though you're all assholes. And I'd love to say thank you to everyone in the chat for sticking around. And yeah, as Dick said, we've got some huge, great things coming up on the channel. So yeah, stick around with us and, you know, everything's good. Now you can hit the button, DK.
15 inches of black.
DK, that was awesome.
It's over. Go home.